Alright everybody, good evening. This is Professor Bobo. I want to welcome you to tonight's cast. Tonight we have two of the top three teams in Division C East. Number 1 and unblemished is Married with Children. Right now 6-0-0. They will be going up against Durotan's Couch. Durotan's Couch right now 4-2-0, chasing House of Shez at the top of the division. So again, two teams that have not yet lost a map, squaring off. The first map we will be headed to is Battlefield of Eternity. After that, we will be headed to Infernal Shrines. Our teams are in lobby. We'll get going shortly. Banned out, Towers of Doom, as well as Tomb of the Spider Queen. Both of these teams have picked their favored maps, maps that they're certainly well acquainted with. Durotan's 3-1 right now on Infernal Shrines. Married with Children is 4-0 on BOE. Taking a look at our rosters tonight. Oh, looks like those are broken. Durotan's Couch comes from Division B East last season here in NGS. And Married with Children comes from the Remnants, a little bit of a reform here from Pandolce. They played in Division C East last season, just barely missed the playoffs. But this season, again, coming out quite strong. As we take a look at the run of form, as you can expect, a lot of wins on the board. Durotan's with a big win over Hand Banana last week. That was their first loss. And again, Married with Children just keeping everything rolling. Break up the Bundys. This team is 6-0. They have a unique style. We're not going to spoil it just yet. They have some pocket picks, if you will. They have some preferences that are a little outside of the box. And they are certainly working for them here. 2 range versus 2 heads. Keep an eye out on the Cho'Gall. Durotan's Couch, a team that is very steady with their double backlines. They are 4-2 this season thus far with Hanzo. They generally go for hard double range comps, opting not to go into that sort of flex melee and one range in the 4-man. And again, a lot of Cho'Gall coming out of NWC. We'll see if they wind up breaking that out tonight. And the last little point there, Sweet 16. Married with Children has not ended a game before 16, so they, despite going 6-0, have yet to really fast, hard win a map very quickly. Again, that certainly doesn't take anything away from their sterling record this season. And with that, we are headed to our draft. The first map we will be headed to is Battlefield. Again, NGS. This is Season 4, Week number 4. Our teams are in lobby. We'll get going shortly. Banned out, Towers of Doom. Married with Children and Durotan's Couch. The Couch will have our first ban. Some of the more infamous pocket picks, if you will, right now for Married with Children. A lot of Nazebo. Fair amount of Cho'Gall. They have a very different support meta from any of the teams that I have covered thus far in the season. No games yet on either Malfurion or Stukov. They move into Lucio. They play a little bit of Anna to pair up with their big two-headed ogre. They do play a good chunk of Thrall as well. First ban Garrosh. And Married with Children taking the Hanzo right away. First pick coming up here for Durotan's Couch. So 40 seconds on the clock. Again, this is the map pick of Married with Children. We'll be hitting both Diablo maps tonight. Again, these are the amongst the more popular maps in all of NGS. Durotan's digging deep into the clock here. About 15 seconds left on their first pick with a Hanzo gone. Certainly, Greymane moves up in priority if you want to go for a racer. To be quite honest, Married with Children do not pick race heroes. I don't expect first pick to deter MWC off of any of their standard picks. I have a first pick Malfurion. Malf probably second among all of the supports right now. Behind Stukov, but able to enable some different playstyles. On BOE, you always have to be aware of the Tracer. This is likely her best map, just in that, I mean, there's just a ton of raw skirmishing around both of the Immortals. You have plenty of time on the objectives, and this is also one of the unique maps in that the objective is never going to be interrupted by minions, so it's always just free reign for her to work those different choke points, play around the pulse bomb, if, and again that is if, Durotan wants to move in that direction. Thrall, as expected. This is now the 6th Thrall that Married with Children have played. The pattern would suggest Nazebo, but they take the Lucio here, so they get their support. And now over to Durotan's. They played a decent amount of Diablo. Some Maiev, some Phoenix as well. So I would not be surprised if Phoenix is the pick here. They may also move into a solo laner. They are inclined towards the Sonya. With Garrosh off the board, it does make Diablo attractive, particularly into Lucio. You certainly want something here to interrupt the possibility of a sound barrier. And there we see the Divils and the Phoenix as well. Tracer is taken off the board. Smart ban there. Quick ban from Married with Children. And now this is a critical ban here for Durotan's Couch. Again, this is a test of how much they have been scouting. There are some very strongly preferred picks. Again, beware the Cho'Gall. The Nazebo has been ever present here for MWC. It's just a part of their meta. And when a team is 6-0-0 to start the season, there really is no cause for them to be pushed off of that meta. In their Cho'Gall comps, they played the Cho'Gall without a tank. ETC taken off the board. ETC is the highest played tank for MWC. In fact, ETC has been played in what, all but 3 of their comps. Again, tough team to predict. They do things differently. It's worked out for them. No reason for them to really be pushed off of their meta. Ticking down the clock here on Married with Children. This is their big post-secondary ban phase play. It is Kael'thas and the Johanna. A ton of magic damage here. Good poke from the Thrall, but exceptional lockdown between Thrall and KT. It'll take a little while for them to pick up the necessary percentage-based damage in order to bother that Divils. Two picks left here. Maiev is still on the board. It's rare that she makes it this deep. Incredibly rare. Because a Maiev and a Sonya, those would certainly not surprise me. It would put Maya under threat of CC, but she'd have great ability to follow up on the Diablo. And they go Genji and Blaze. Genji changes. Reduction of the E range. His auto attacks hit a little bit harder. His health got a little bit larger as well. Also changed to the way that resets occur on Dragon Blade. However, you could very easily see X-Strike in this comp. And there's the Malthael as well. So Malthael now has the opportunity, if he times his cooldowns correctly, to proc last rites. It'll be nice and free. In terms of burst healing, it's very limited, although each hero on the side of Durotan's couch has the ability to sort of play around it, given that there will be a bunker, and a number of heroes do have Ice Block as well. And we are about to be underway. Game 1, Durotan's couch and Married with Children. Again, the number 1 and the number 3 seed here in Division C East. Is Durotan's couch going to be the first team to take a map off of Married with Children this season? We are about to find out. I don't really have... It's very difficult to say anything about these drafts. Again, just on paper, you would likely favor what Durotan's has, but you just can't bet against a team that's 6-0-0. Again, they are undefeated. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And we'll start with the underdogs. Here for Durotan's couch, Captain Wedge is going to be on that Blaze Big Egg roll on the Diablo. Solon will be playing the Malfurion, A-Fish on the Phoenix, bringing up the rear their wild card. We play in the Ganjo. For Married with Children, KB Mo on the Malfurion. Say hi to the fam. And in the 4-man, Father of 3 will be playing the Lucio. Diesel will be on the KT. Bettinen on the Thrall. Rounding the comp out, Grumpy will be playing the Johanna. The team's looking to just play things pretty standard here. Again, Adrenaline Stim Pack for Blaze. We still see Genji going into the E-build at level 1. That hasn't changed too much. Accelerando for Lucio. Crash Lightning on Thrall. We have a Convection KT. That should be fun. A little bit of a change up here for Malthael. Fear the Reaper. Will not be an opportunity to double soak here. So really not. I mean, Pale Horse will help you set up for the objective a little bit better, but this could certainly be a comfort pick. Phoenix already getting poked out a little bit. His shield broken, but his HP does not go away. Early push so far from KB Mo. It's Captain Wedge. Looks like he's just going to sit underneath the tower here. Try to keep death at bay. Good bit of damage put on the Genji here. Well, use the deflect just to block the bomb. Little mistime there. Going to be very interesting to see, again, as we get from about 4 to 10, whether or not this Lucio is going to be able to do the job against Phoenix and Genji. Strong protection from both Thrall and Johanna. Those are sturdy heroes that shouldn't be too phased by the damage that is going to come out here. Big Egg Roll has been playing it very safely here. I think if Wildcard can find a way to eat... There he is. So he eats the Gravity Lapse, and now the opportunity is there. But it's couch playing it safe. Certainly looks like they do not want to provide KT with stacks. Take a peek up here in the top lane. Again, KB Mo is going to likely win this for a majority of the time. We'll see where Captain Wedge wants to go with his build. Again, we've been seeing Blaze players work into Incinerator Gauntlets at 7. Also try to keep the soak up with that. Playstyle kind of lends itself towards that sort of double soak look. And again, being a 2-lane map, you can do things a little bit differently. Married with Children will take the first neutral camp. Both teams even on XP. Big egg roll, excuse me. Giving a little bit of eye soak there. Durotan's couch, slightly ahead. At the same time, Malthael is slowly working on this guy. He's going to need all of those 30 seconds. Right now, Captain Wedge does not smell this out. Instead, he is... it looks like he's thinking about getting set up. And now the decision will have to be made there for Durotan. They've cleaned up bottom here. So this will be some passive push. Johanna sticking around here. She'll clean this Shaman up. He's at about half health. But how much damage does she have to take? Iron Skin is popped. The root will do a little more than zone. Thrall and KT pick up the back camp. This will be a double top push for Married with Children. Durotan's needs to go ahead and either pick up the offense or move into a defensive posture here. They leave 4 bottom. It's going to take a good long time for Blaze to get this up and done. We'll take a peek at our level 4 talents. A little bit of stun going to Diesel there, but no harm done. These teams, again, have been playing very passively. I don't think anybody's gotten below half health here. 7 stacks on Crash Lightning. See that already. Phoenix doing a good job of stacking thus far. Pressure onto Aphish. Egg roll goes in. This is a little bit of a 4v5. Aphish should have warp, and Malthael now putting big pressure onto Diablo. He's in here deep. He's got big red down to about quarter health. Same with Phoenix. Wise decision not to chase. Blaze, meanwhile, has cleaned up top. The halftime show is going to be kicked off. Married with Children taking a commanding lead in terms of race. That double camp push had to be answered. Did not result in too much damage structurally, but it did provide them with the opportunity to go ahead and jump ahead. Big Egg Roll has really yet to make a play on this Dibbles. Can only be passive for so long. He was looking for Diesel there for a hot second. K-Beam with a very, very good laying of the carpet in there. Not sure if he knew exactly where the Diablo was, but it does find him out. There's a very quick engage onto the Malthael. Roots go out, and immediately we are going to have our first kill as Lucio is stuck. And there is the lack of burst healing. The patience from Durotan's couch, and now they need to figure out how they are going to win this race. Malfurion is going to have to use a ton. He's going to have to take a ton of time here to get this team up. Phoenix, though, is back, and there is going to be the second kill. Big Egg Roll from the shadows. Onto Thrall. 2 kills to none. This is tough for Aphish. Phoenix is not a great racer, particularly if he is not going into an auto attack build. And you can tell here, it's Q build at 1 with advanced targeting into emergency protocol. Both of those talents do not lend anything to his race capabilities. Malfurion will wind up beating a root. Durotan is going to have to back out here. They are nearly close to completing this comeback. This is going to be a tight race, though. Once we can get Betten in here on the Thrall, it looks like Durotan is going to claim this, but however, the Diablo is getting chased by KB Mo. There comes the Jet Propulsion from Captain Wedge. Sultan, though, needs to be careful. Grumpy is making a clean move here. I don't believe there's a kill to be had. Malthael is quite high on life, so he will eat a couple of tower shots, and Father of 3 will get him out. Diablo goes down. Betten, Grumpy, and Diesel over the wall. He might have the ability to kill the Malthael there. Just Malfurion lagging behind a little bit. Aphish on the Phoenix was a little late as well, but to be honest with you, I think Durotan is going to be quite happy to take this first objective. Remember, they gave up the halftime show without a fight. Had to clear those 2 camps. Were behind in XP for a brief minute, and now are going to claim 2 top towers. The well would be massive for them here, but I don't think this Immortal has enough. No, it's going to be cleaned up. 1 auto attack shot. A bit of a safe game there. A bit of a safe game so far, excuse me. 2 kills to 1. Convection almost done. 17 stacks. We'll see if Wildcard, you might be thinking about just trying to figure out how to sell out and reset on this KT. Gravity Lapse misses. This is a big commitment here. Just for 1 3/4 health Genji. Crash Lightning at 15 stacks. Diablo at 62 souls. This is an aggressive camp play here from MWC. Keep an eye on Big Egg Roll here. He is definitely looking for this kill hub. Gravity Labs come out. Trying to get out there. We'll see if Thrall has the root. He does. It's on to Phoenix, who should have warp. Post-condemn here. There it is. Johanna now under pressure, but uses Iron Skin to negate the possibility of a devastating charge. Convection at 18 stacks. But it is a 1/4 level lead for Durotan's couch. Here in the bottom lane, KB Mo starting to lose out a little bit here to Captain Wedge. Grill and Kill, as well as Adhesive Petroleum, is the build from Blaze. We see Malthael move into a full Soul Rip build. Did that finish Convection? Yes. Convection is done. Might have been the proc before it. There will be a small, but certainly significant window here where Durotans will have the 10. They certainly need to be thinking about how to make this play. Offensive positioning for them. They have solid race. Again, everything on their opponent's side in terms of race is all spell damage, with the exception of Thrall being able to hammer away on auto attacks. And the trade is being made. Married with the Children putting pressure on the fort. They will be able to put their Shaman camp onto it. They're in the bot lane. Malthael and KT are going to pick up yet another camp. I'd like to see Durotans, as soon as they recognize bot, they just need to go all in. 10s have been picked up for both teams. APOC, Bunker, Salvo, Dragon Blade is the pick, as well as Twilight Tree. The longer they wait, the more that bottom lane is going to be punished. That's aggressive positioning from the Aphis. She'll eat a little bit of damage from KT. Thunder comes out as well. They're focusing hard on the Diablo. And that is one dead. Devil's Twilight Dream does come out. It's going to get solid value, but Lucio Soundberry is going to be able to prevent any kills there. KB Mo with the Malthael was the lowest. And a warp out from Aphis. Devil's got caught on the wrong side there, just away from teammates. Wound up taking the Immortal Stun as well. Bottom camp now will start to get value. The goats are already hammering away at this wall. Durotans had that brief window where they had 10s. They played for safe positioning there. It looks like they'll be able to pick up this Immortal, though. KB Mo is going to be late to this fight. Bettinen coming in on the Thrall. Again, another good warp from Aphis. Bigger Girl, does he have a play here? Grumpy quite low. Remember, Sound Barrier is down. Again, all the conditions are there for this team to go. They used everything but Dragon Blade. Bunker will be back up. Now Durotan sees the brief window for this. Wildcard goes in, just trying to provide a little bit of distraction. Bunker goes out as well. And now this is Dragon Blade on Genji, but he's zoned out effectively by the Phoenix. Couch is split right now. Do they want a team fight? Do they want to finish this Immortal? They're going to go look for the Immortal. The Big Egg Roll is likely to go down as a result. Last Rites is going to get one stack in. Immortal is claimed, however. I'd like to see Durotan stay top lane here. It's going to be very difficult for them to get all the way down bottom. They're leaving Captain Wedge here alone. They're trying to make this long rotation. The goats have taken out the entirety of the wall. Immortal seconds away from his attack. 3/4 of a shield as well. This game has been all about Married with Children really allowing the patience from Durotans to play against them there. They can pick away at the Diablo. They wind up getting him extremely low, and then they find themselves in a position where there is no backline pressure from the Genji, and they can just go ahead and focus up on the tank. The Immortal moving on up to the wall. Everything but Dragon Blade is going to be available. Jet Propulsion winds up getting hit with a root from Bettinen. Well played from Thrall. Fort will go down, however, at the same time, Malthael is going to claim a fort in the opposite lane. Again, we need to see some aggressive play from the couch here. They have to know that it's 4v5. And it looks like the Phoenix is going to clean this Immortal up. They could probably get one. Yep, they'll get one tower. Keep an eye on Joanna here. Oh, and that Jet Propulsion was a little bit late. Diablo with the suplex. It's Thrall. Sunder comes out as well. All of the ults being used. We've seen Twilight Dream as well as Salvo. Captain Wedge use the bunker. Under pressure here, but it looks like he'll let Jet Propulsion to get back out. Nothing doing. A little bit of the zone from the root. Saw Sundering come out there as well. Sound Barrier in addition. Malthael does not quite finish up the fort. Both teams will hit 13 at the same time. Does KB see this coming? It's autoing. Soul ripping. Wildcard should have seen him there. Keep an eye on Big Roll with the Q over the wall. There is the Q looking for the suplex. And it looks like Malthael is not long for this world. Death can't escape that. Malthael goes down. 3-3 in terms of kills, and both teams will wind up training camps. MWC has been all about grabbing camps every opportunity that they can. They have actually delayed setting up for the objective in order to do so. There's a sieging Phoenix. The advantage in the long run will go to Durotan's Couch as they have just barely been able to save top. Wedge has got to be careful here. If he gets rooted, this is definitely going to be engaged. Keep an eye on Johanna here. If she goes with a Blessed Shield, missed it. Sunder comes out as well. That is a lot of cooldowns for a Blaze. Keep an eye on the aggressive rotation. Does Durotan's want the... Ooh, they were thinking about the camp. Now they're going to look to make the play here. They know that Malthael's top. This is going to wind up being a very easy fight to get the engage on. Gravity Lapse went out as well. That was a big miss there from Diesel. Sound Barrier comes out. It's going to get a lot of value, but Dragon Blade comes out as well. There goes KT. Keep an eye on Father of 3. He has no Sound Barrier right now. Afish chasing. Wildcard will be able to clean that up. That is 2 kills. Well played from Durotan's Couch there. Married with Children went in deep for the Blaze, used a whole host of cooldowns and got no value from it. Captain Wedge dodged what he needed to. The failure to get the Blaze clear, or excuse me, failure to get the Blaze gank will cost Married with Children. This is likely going to be the 3rd Immortal and a very easy one for Durotan. More camps taken. Halftime show kicked off. Neither team will be close to 16 here. This is going to rely on, the decision making here will rely on the Immortal positioning. So it will be neutral. Durotan thinking about backing off here. Wildcard has his E. He will back out. This is a smart move by them. Any camp you can take, I will take after. MWC sees this one coming. So the camp is taken. Bunker should be up. There's yet another Sunder. Blazes in on the back line. Diablo is going to be quite low, but he'll have a bunker to be able to get out there. Afish is low as well. He is just eating Chain Lightning. He actually winds up getting popped by the bounces. That one might have been on Psalm. At the same time, Diablo looking to get out here. Betnan should have another Wolf. This is going to be probably another stack here from Malthael. Last Rites is going to come out, and that will be Diablo. The camp, definitely not worth it. At the same time, Wildcard looking to put a little bit more Immortal damage on here. Remember that the race is slow but steady on the side of MWC. In fact, they actually have to wind up sending 3 up here. Lucio, Johanna, and Malthael as well. It's going to be a little tough to catch a Genji. I'm not sure if they overcommitted there. Diablo is back. Phoenix is on the way as well. Keep an eye. We missed out on our 13s. Diablo's starting to get a little bit of stacks. Crash Lightning is finished. We saw the bounces there. Wind up hitting Afish. And now the race is in favor of Married with Children. They have 2 here. It is Lucio and Johanna. Johanna is a bit of a choke. She'll have to use the Iron Skin. Afish has Salvo. They're going to try to pick this race up, but they're just going to be shy of it. MWC takes their first objective. It will push top. Have to get a back there from Kael'thas. Malthael is going to wind up picking up this gigantic wave. Both teams will hit 16 at the same time. Durotan's are starting to pick up on what's happening and when to engage. They it took them a little while in the early game to pick up on how much split soak that Malthael was providing. Right now, they're past this Immortal. They don't need to take care of it. This is going to be a problem here for Captain Wedge. He has Bunker. We'll have to proc it if he's going to be able to stay alive. And the Sunder confirms the kill. They're past the Immortal. They have the 5v4, and they don't take the fight. APOC was used in that. Another Phoenix. Afish is in big trouble here. KB Mo is certainly looking for yet another last right stacks. He went deep for it. Procs it. Afish is gone. Bending gets the rune onto Diablo as well. The Thrall has just been chunking with Crash Lightning. This looks like it's going to wind up being game. There's no range DPS that's going to be able to get onto the Immortal here. The Keep is gone. Married with Children is looking to take game number 1. Shield down. 20 seconds left on Phoenix. This is all up to Wildcard to make a play here. He does have Dragon Blade. Keep an eye on Twilight Dream as well. There goes Sound Barrier. The chase is on. Jet Propulsion does not hit. And with Malfurion gone, that is going to be Genji as well. And I believe that Married with Children is going to turn this. That was 2 quick kills. It will be 3 with Blaze going down as well. Diablo, the only defense in that, is not going to do it. This core is at 60%. The race begins. Afish trying to do something here. Everybody on full health. Diablo's not going to do it. The cleanse from the Hearth will keep him from dying, but MWC will wind up claiming game number 1. 1 Immortal is all it takes. And Durotan's Couch just a little too afraid to go take a fight. There were multiple occasions where they had an opportunity, maybe 2 or 3. I don't want to say multiple. That might have been a little too strong. There were occasions there where they had the opportunity to take an odd number fight, particularly with the Diablo, and just find a target and blow it up. And in the end there, they decided to try to defend the fort, and that is what wound up costing them. And Married with Children takes game number 1, a game in which they gave up the first 3 immortals. Yet it did not matter. Map number 2 will be Infernal Shrines. We'll be headed to NGS headquarters. The favorite pick of Durotan Scouts. They are 3-1 on this map so far in this young season. Close one. Honestly, could have gone either way. I mean, that snowball really started over a camp. The crash lightning bouncing and wound up, again, starting the end of that game with a kill on Afish, who was behind the wall. Used warp to get out, but just could not escape that thrall damage. Oops. Map number 2. Let's get everybody over to their respective teams. Not that I dislike what I saw from Durotans. Not at all. They played very well around the fact that Married with Children wanted every single camp that they could take, and they got them, quite frankly. It was impressive to see them grabbing those immortals as well. They were able to deal with the the split pressure from the mercs quite effectively at that. The teams are ready, and draft will be headed in quite soon. Devin Capel, I see you in chat there. DC was too scared that game. I agree. And they made plays with the Diablo. It just took them too long. And then once 16 hit, Diablo into Lucio was a really hard matchup. They needed to be aggressive there. They were, again, they were all past that final immortal with the opportunity to maybe go for a kill, while Malthael was going to take quite a long time. Remember, he didn't take on a Pale Horse in that game either. But in the attempt to retreat, Blaze winds up getting picked off. The snowball begins. The keep goes down. You get a couple of kills on the counter engage late. And a 60% core wound up being the game there. We are headed to our draft. Game number 2 here. Durotan's Couch on their map. Can they wind up being the first team to take a map off of MWC? Again, we talked about it in the pregame. Who is going to be the first team to break up the Bundys? The Diablo taken away. Diablo not something that is prioritized by Married with Children. That certainly makes sense. It would certainly lead you to wonder if this is going to be a first pick Garrosh. It could be. Hey, shout out to Swing Time. Thank you for the follow. You've been doing a great job casting. May jump in with you at some time. Swing, one of our newest casters here at NGS. We have brought along quite a few people, including myself, actually. I have not been a caster for that many weeks. If you are looking for more NGS casts, follow the NGS community. You can find it there. It's on my Twitch page. All of our casters are sort of tied into that any given night. If you are new to NGS, go check out the community. With 110 teams, we have over 100 games a week. You can get all the hots you want, baby. Diablo and Stukov taken away. I understand the Stukov ban here, but again, we talked about it previously. Married with Children have not played Stukov or Malfurion. They just don't care. It's not something that they prioritize. Again, a totally different idea about how to run the draft. They're going to take the Hanzo away this time. And the Hanzo should actually work as a deterrent to Garrosh. That certainly doesn't mean that Durotan's Couch will not pick it up, but Hanzo is really right now the best natural counter to Gary. He just can't be engaged with his range. Strong and Infernal Shrines. It'll take him a little while to get stacked up. Another Malf. If they want the Tracer, they may have to go for it right now. Remember, the Tracer was banned out in the secondary ban phase. And Sonya is the pickup. Remember, we are always on a bit of a chokehold watch here. Thrall is another pick that I could see. Betten's had quite a few games on Thrall. The Zebo is something that has been played in, what, over 3/4 of the matches that Married with Children have played. Well, maybe not 3/4. Might be a little bit less than that. Nazebo Garrosh. So it looks like we won't get a Cho'Gall game here. This looks like Lucio and Thrall. I would like to see Durotan take one of those heroes away. I mean, they've already started the support choke. That's why the Lucio would not surprise me. Even though people are not afraid of Lucio right now, given his place in the meta, sometimes it's just about taking a popular pick away. All right, and they do. Learning from the last game. If you're not going to play aggressive on the Lucio with the Diablo, just get rid of him. Smart ban there. On the flip side, the tank choke has started. But Durotan goes with the Tracer. Tracer only played once thus far by Durotan. But Tracer would do very well into Hanzo. Would do well into Nazebo, at least until he starts picking up a higher health pool. And then, obviously, if he winds up taking Ice Block at 13, then he certainly has a defense against it. But Married with Children do not want to play against it. For Durotan to keep an eye on the tanks here, Johanna moves up. Given that Diablo has been taken off the board and that Garrosh is on the other side, I would likely see that. But Johanna into Hanzo Nazebo is just not going to have the amount of engage that is needed. It's going to be very difficult for Johanna to get away from that poke. Genji Tyrael. You know what? I like this now. This is a hard dive. Durotan's, given the Stukov and Lucio bans, looks like they're trying to push Married with Children further down their support pool. Maybe try to get them onto a hero that's going to be susceptible to this kind of dive. I don't expect Judgment, but Leap certainly looks like an option here with Genji. Could be the sort of situation where everybody presses the R buttons at once. And we'll see how many heroes fall to the Overwatch hero. Given the track record on MWC. Okay, and they do go with the Alex. I was about to try to point that out there. And they take the Cassia. Cassia is solid here into this form of dive. Alex and Garrosh should be able to protect Cassia, and then if you're going with Ball Lightning and you hold it for long enough, once you get the commitment from, at least from Sonya, you're guaranteed to have value. But then you're just sort of playing off of, all right, can we wait out what we assume will be Sanctification, but still could be Judgment? I don't know how desperate Durotan is going to be here. "15 seconds left. Phoenix is on the board. And they go with the Jaina. I like this little bit of a change up here. Jaina is a strong pick into Garrosh just because she's such a pain in the neck. She just keeps the Q onto the War Chief, and at the same time trying to get vengeance for all those Warcraft shenanigans. Game number 2. Married with Children up 1-0 on Durotan's couch. We are headed to Infernal Shrine shortly. Again, if you're just joining us, Married with Children, unblemished, have not dropped a single map this season. Durotan's couch have not lost a game yet. They are on their map selection. They have the higher meta draft, if you will, but that just, again, we talked about it. It doesn't matter with MWC. They play these heroes. They get the heroes that they want because they are so low in the draft. So low in the meta. And they've been making it work. Our underdogs here on the left. Captain Wedge on the Sonya. Suln will be playing the Malfurion again. Wildcard yet again on the Genji. Big Egg Roll on the Tyrael. Rocking that purple synergy. And Afish on the Jaina for Durotan's couch. On the flip side. Grumpy on the Garrosh. Father of 3 will be playing the Alexstrasza. Oh, the pleb horse. Betnan on the Cass. Diesel will be playing the Hanzo. And the Witch Doctor will be played by KB Mo. Toad build from Nazebo. We do see Justice for... Yes, we do see Justice for All as well. It's pretty standard tank build. Again, the strongest pick for Tyrael. No shenanigans here. Q build on the Hanzo. Q build on the Cassia. And the extra throw range and damage. We also have Q build on Alex. Cassia splits off early. Gonna go ahead and grab a wave. Her wave clear in the early game. Weak, but if no one's gonna pressure her, she'll go ahead and get this one all done. Afish winds up moving down with Jaina. Not gonna bomb for the glow. Lets it go. I was just taking a peek there just to see if we did have Fingers of Frost. And we do. We'll see what Betnan can do here. Last game he was on the Thrall, played it very well. Now on the Cassian. Just an interesting matchup in that you've got Malf as well as Jaina. A fair amount of magic damage with Genji to try to finish up. Grumpy here looking... Afish is out of position here. There is no damage follow-up. Let's see if he can go ahead and get the friend. Betnan is going to wind up coming up here. The Q from Garrosh will secure the kill. He gets it. First blood to Married with Children. They're going to go ahead and look to pick this camp up here. Very good patient timing from Grumpy. Gave time for Betnan to go ahead and come in and finish. Groundbreaker was followed up by Fend. And Jaina is the first to go. Captain Wedge pushing into KB Bow. Tough for Nazebo in the early game. It's going to be interesting to see how well he can stack as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see some split soak during the first objective. First objective, however, will be top, so we'll keep an eye on Nazebo. If he wasn't shifting before the objective, then we could see him, again, opt into double soak mid-bot. Durotan Scouts just trying to play patiently here. They are down about a half a level. That's a deep play from Betnan, but no pressure. 1-2 here from Durotan's couch. Both teams hit level 4. Again, everything pretty standard. Jaina going into a little bit of Frostbolt Talons. This is full Q build from Hanzo. We have to keep an eye on this one. Now they hit everybody. Grumpy looking to make an aggressive play here, but Married with Children, This is what they did in the first map. They just go pick up camps. And if you're not going to stop them from doing this, you're going to see this for the entirety of the game. I would really like to see, just in the future, just some team go for it. If this is how they want to play the game, if this is what's working for them, someone at some point is going to have to disrupt it. But apparently it's not going to be the couch tonight. They're going to go for the top. Nazebo and KBMO is deep here. Jaina will start the slow. Remember, no defensive abilities. Down goes the Witch Doctor. Married with Children, trying to figure out... I'm not sure they're going to wind up going for this. They're already behind 10-1. Quick death timers, but they have limited clear. Grumpy looking for the Genji here. Stays mounted as long as he can. Blizzard used there. This will help the Hanzo get stacked. Staying up here does help the Goats. Eventually they'll get to this wall. 33 skeletal defenders on the side of Durotan's couch. Big Egg Roll is way south here. He's not in a position to appeal for his teammates. KBMO eats the spear. The Genji... Excuse me, the Hanzo Q comes out there. And Father of 3 with only 8 skeletal defenders goes ahead and procs Dragon Queen. I'd like to see Durotan just back off here. Regain a little bit of wave control. The Dragon Queen is almost over. They only need 5 skeletal defenders. Even though the clear isn't great, they should be able to go in here and just wind up picking this up. Immediate pressure on the capture. On the Cassia, Captain Wedge winds up hitting the Q. Genji is trying to finish this off. Even though the Garrosh throw comes in, Sonya winds up with the help of Genji, confirming the first kill. Father of 3 with no Dragon Queen is stuck. Rumpy is just going to get kited out here. Durotan's couch picking up 3 kills, 4 overall on this first objective. They start strong again, but they've got to make a play here. The wave was not in their favor. Captain Wedge is backing. He's going to wind up going down bottom. They have good siege damage, but because of the lack of wave pressure, they're not going to be able to go in on this fort. They'll be able to clear the wall, and I'd like to I'd like to see them stick around and try to guarantee it. But that's only a half-level lead. 4 kills to 1. Again, they've struggled in both games to get a strong benefit from these early objectives. Keep an eye on Grumpy here. Nothing doing. So with both teams hitting level 7, what have we got on Cassia? That's the extra Fen damage on enemies below health. Interesting. Benton has pressured Jaina early and has looked to throw Fend out maybe too soon. In the last fight, wanted the Fend, and really all it did was provide a target for Sonya to wind up landing her spear onto. Poison Spear is picked up as well. This is Swift Retribution from Tyrael, one of my favorite talents. An interesting Genji build. We'll highlight this for a second. Swift as a wind at level 1, still pretty much a standard. The extra shurikens into dodge. Aggressive play here from Married with Children. They're just going to pick up this camp for free. Sonya is top. They smell it out. Level 9 for both teams. Given the Sonya split soak and possibility that these minions wind up taking some of the fort, the advantage is on the favor of Durotan's couch. We're not going to get too much value here. Certainly not enough to take the fort, but that could be enough for someone at some point to just go up there and finish her up. More camps. Nothing doing here. Wildcard smart enough to flip on out of there. 59 stacks on KBMO's Nazebo. About a third of the way through. And again, no pressure on the camp. Three bot. Alex is not with them. And it's a nice easy camp take. Both teams hit level 10. For Durotan's couch, we see Ring of Frost, Dragon Blade, Twilight Dream, 2 held talents right now. I would expect Sanctification, but I do think Leap is an option here. Nope, Wrath and Sanct. On the side of Married with Children, Dragon Arrow, Ball Lightning, Cleansing Flame, Warlord's Challenge, and we're going to see it here. That all, and immediately Genji goes down. The deflect was used. Did not matter. Gargantuan as well. Grumpy looking for yet another kill. Tyrael doesn't have the Q. He does. Gargantuan is used. Aggressive there from KBMO. The objective will be right behind them, so this will be the opportunity that Married with Children want to put themselves in a position to grab an objective and maybe start to snowball. They back off, looking for top camp. Bennett took a ton of damage to take this. He has to full back. It's an odd mistake. Diesel also, being a Hanzo without W build, I don't think he dies to this, but it's going to hurt. He's going to have to back as well. This is an odd bit of play for Married with Children. No, it looks like Diesel will just go for the tap. He takes it, but they wind up giving up 11. Can we get a spin here from Sonya to pick up a couple more? 15 skeletal defenders. This is another situation where you have Alex Strauza. You want to get to these objectives so that you can start the race early. And, oh, we see Brad the Berserker popped here. Keep an eye on Grumpy. Ball Lightning comes out. The taunt as well is going to hit too. The root, however, followed up by the Twilight Dream. Sanctification used as well. And a fantastic play from Durotan's couch. Everybody hit the R buttons at the same time. And that was just too much for Married with Children. The Nazebo was not present. KB Mo here. This is a little bit dangerous. That's 34 skeletons. What is Guard going to get you? Father of 3 has Dragon. We'll use it to get a little bit more healing, but I mean, that Gargantuan's another... It's an anti-siege resource where you're not going to pick this objective off unless you have a miracle. 38-28. Can I just get a Blizzard here? I can. And there it is. A lot of resources used. No heroics will be available for Married with Children as of yet. Okay, Warlord Challenge back up. Ball Lightning will be available as well. The Sanctification canceled out a lot of the Ball Lightning damage. Once Ring of Frost hit, it was go time for Durotans. They wound up picking up more kills. They leap right now 6-2 in that regard. The Punisher was not pulled quite correctly. And now Durotan's couch can play a little aggressively. Jump should be up in 2. Oh, I'm a little off on 1. Wildcard is on the back line. Blizzard is being used on Garrosh, and he has no escape. He'll use the Taunt Dragon Arrow as well, but Captain Wedge confirms the kill. 7th kill. Split Soaking Nazebo is just not getting a lot of value up top. And I want to see Durotan's push here. 15 seconds on the Garrosh. They should be able to take bottom up, and if they open this wall up, again, they're not going to be able to get the keep, but at the same time, they can present themselves with a win condition for a future Punisher. First tower goes down. And despite having a 5-on-3, are they going to back? Wedge wants it. I don't know if his teammates are with him. Ball Lightning is used. Sonya is one auto attack away, but winds up moving away. So they get a free Ball Lightning at a Cassia there. Wildcard is screening. Wedge is trying to use this camp not just to cap it, but to try to get himself some heals. Grumpy throws Diesel in. So a little bit better of a job there by Durotan's couch. In the previous game, remember, they didn't get anything out of their objectives. Does Nazebo mount? Looks like he's mounted right now. Okay. Ooh. No spear. And we do the camp dance. The one criticism I would make of Married with Children here, they've grabbed all these camps. It has resulted in a bunch of walls, but no forts. That's going to make the snowball a little bit more difficult. If they do pick up an objective, given the siege on Nazebo, they should be able to work it into a keep. Oh, and Nazebo's in big trouble here. Sonya and Genji are there. He has guard. Uses the wall. KB Mo's in big trouble here. Gets the toads onto Genji. I believe he has deflect. Uses it. Garg will not get the kill. Grumpy is coming up here. Maybe Shark going to pick up a counter kill. Nazebo goes down. The 8th kill for Durotan's couch. That's another use of the guard. That's a 50-second cooldown. You're going to be back on the objective, but was it going to keep you alive? Afish cleans up. Bottom camp. Middle has been cleared up as well. Only one tower remains on the entirety of the map for all the front walls of Durotan's couch. Wedge will wind up picking up this bat camp. This is a mid lane objective. Half a level away from 16 for Durotan's couch. They lead 8-2. Again, just like in the first game, they have the opportunity to take the first map off of Married with Children. Especially if they layer their heroics in the same manner as last objective. See, right now, Grumpy is top lane. This needs to be an aggressive play from Durotan's. No tank available. Sonya is near Diesel. It's a big poison spear. And meanwhile, Gary just trying to figure out how the heck do I clear this crap up. 16 is online. Again, can we get a little bit of aggression here, Durotan? They'll set up for the objective. Again, they've been ahead by 15, 20 skeletal defenders on every single point. Wildcard with a really good job zoning out Alex Raza there. 16's also picked up for Married with Children. Keep an eye on Big Egg Roll here. He has Holy Ground. He can keep this Nazebo. And he is. There is the Holy Ground. It's a strong play. Ice Block was used, but right now, it's going to be up to Grumpy to try to save the Witch Doctor here. Throws the Nazebo away, and Dragon Queen is popped. Dragon Arrow comes out as well. Grumpy is quite low. Malfurion at the back is going down. He gets killed by the Groundbreaker. Sanctification is too late. Wildcard trades the counter kill onto the Hanzo. Dragon Queen is out. And Cleansing Flame is going to pick up at least 2 kills. That is 3. Wildcard is the only hero left. Groundbreaker from Garrosh starting that. 4 members down for Durotan's Couch. They're going to pick up their first objective. Much like the first game, they come online late. Not necessarily as a function of team comp, which, again, when you have Nazebo, you're always playing for the later game, but this is the sort of predictable pattern in their games. That, despite being now 6-0, perhaps 7-0, they don't win games pre-16. They have hit 16 at every single map. It's a bit of an anomaly. A lot of the times when you see teams that are undefeated in this way, they've got early, just early wins where they've bullied their opponents. But this is patient, and this is just mercs until they hit the point at which they can win a team fight and look to snowball the game. Tyrael will wind up pulling the Punisher over. We see Wrath of the Berserker pop there as well. Despite being an arcane Punisher, it looks like Durotan's Couch will be able to defend their keep here. Wildcard on the back line. He's done a very good job of putting pressure, especially on the Alex Straza here. He did pick up a solo kill on the Hanzo. Big Egg Roll looking to get a little bit of chase. There's the throw on the Alex, but Wildcard is in deep here. Wall Lightning comes out as well. Is Cassia going down? Or nope, does not wind up getting the counter kill on Jaina. The guard comes out. Silence has been used, and there is no armor to protect Garrosh. Afish is in big trouble here, but Sol looks like he can keep at least one alive. Tyrael is going to go down. That's 2 kills for 1. Cassia was the first to go. Garrosh followed. The silence on the Twilight Dream preventing his armor from having an effect there. And now what did Durotan's Couch do? They're going to start the camp dance. Are they? They should. This is a bottom push. And this is the opportunity for Durotan's Couch yet again. Can they be the first team to take a map? Remember, there is no wall back here. A little bit of a tower. They're going to get value, particularly out of this camp. Especially if Married with Children don't back. I believe they will be thinking about taking this Bruiser camp as they open up top. Garrosh and Tyrael will be back shortly. This was 8-2 in terms of kills. This was about a half-level lead for Durotan's Couch as well. And after that last objective, this has swung. The kill count closed. Not equal. 11-7, still in favor of Durotan's, but a half-level lead, and level 20 will be here first for Buried with Children. Sonya is deep here, Captain Wedge. She's going to get thrown, at the very least, towards the fort. Is not taking fort shots. There goes the taunt. An ambitious Dragon Arrow. An ambitious Gargan. Ezekiel's on the wrong side of the wall here, but he should be able to get out. Keep an eye on Grumpy here. Solna's very close to stepping out. So Garg used. Dragon Arrow. Wrath, but of course Wrath is a very short cooldown. Goats making their way down bot lane. Nazebo likely to pick that up. Take a peek at Nazebo stacks. 163. He will have his 20. And despite only having 4 members, this is an aggressive play. They don't have 20. They don't have everyone here. I'm not sure what the way is here from Married with Children. They just want to poke and back out. Maybe looking to just get an easy free kill. But again, no aggression from Durotan's. He's down here. You're all up there. Oh, now they got it. Okay, Captain Wedge, good play. Alex Straza actually has to use Cleansing Flame to get out. That's a win in and of itself. 20 is picked up. Afish will eat a couple of scatter arrows, but he'll be out of there safe. So Cleansing Flame is not available. At level 20, Alex did wind up taking on Ruby Wings so she can pick up a free dragon from Cleansing Flame, but it's not going to be available for this objective. Nazebo, thinking about starting it, backs off. Still about a quarter of a level away. Without 20s. Nazebo eats the poison arrow. There's Ball Lightning as well. Remember, this is infinite now, and this is a very clumped up Durotan's couch. They're taking a lot of damage here. Genji goes down. The ring comes out. Does not matter, even though it gets value. Afish and Captain Wedge were just trading Ball Lightning shots there. 53 seconds left on the Genji. They still don't have 20. I think that might have done it. The fort will be able to take, I don't know, a little bit of time off the clock. Grumpy hanging out here with Gary. I like to see Durotan's couch wind up, at the very least, picking up top fort, and certainly the well, because their only opportunity to win is going to be off the next Punisher. They have to get not just an ace, but they have a long way to go before they're going to be able to do anything in terms of sealing the deal. This minion wave's not going to grab this either. 20 is picked up. The extra heals from Malfurion is a good idea. It's a really good idea, given the persistent damage that's going to be coming out from Naz. Big Egg Roll winds up pulling this over the wall. Captain Wedge goes in with a spear as well as Wrath to try to clean this up. Mortar, Punisher, good siege. Does not contribute much to the kill pressure. Ball Lightning was used. That's a 40-second cooldown. If Married with Children wind up getting back on the core, Ball Lightning will definitely wind up being available. They're going to need... I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously you want one kill. I think they're going to need 2 to finish this game off. Punny is going to go down. And the last time they were in this position, Durotan's couch wind up trying to chase kills, and the chase is what eventually wound up losing them the game. Ball Lightning already back. Grumpy's in a great spot here. If it's anybody but Tyrael, the throw's coming out. Here comes Sonya. Does not see him. Oh, those toads would have done so much damage. Has Afish. That is the end of Jaina. There's the taunt. Twilight Dream doesn't matter. Dragon Queen used to really secure the kill. Jaina gone. That's 1 kill and 60 seconds on that solo range DPS. Genji should be able to get out of here. Okay, there's the E. Dragon Queen is going to expire. I'm not sure what Durotan was looking for there. They walked into a choke point against a Garrosh. Everybody backed out. And then the step up from Jaina is what wound up doing it. So they're going to work on the siege here. Their siege is solid. Again, it's Nazebo, and that's going to be the key there. Taunt winds up being used. They're focusing in on the Genji. Sanctification is a little bit late to save him. But at the same time, Alex Straza goes down. This is Holy Arena. It's got the extra duration. Ball Lightning comes out. This should secure at least 1 kill if these players are not careful. It's 1. It is 2 as well. Tyrael will get some trait value. Captain Wedge gets a counter kill. He won't be able to kill Grumpy here, and in fact, he needs to back off. He needs to stay alive. Not going to happen. It's Hanzo, Garrosh, and Nazebo with just a Jaina on the other side. Shields are down. 75% core. Married with Children stepping up. Nazebo has more than enough siege to do this. Gary's going to secure the second game. It's a raw ring. Doesn't hit anybody. MVP Gary. Game goes over to Married with Children. And they stay unblemished on the season. Good things there from Durotan's couch. They controlled both games at different periods. They were having a little bit of trouble figuring out when to be aggressive, when to be aggressive there. Again, they've had opportunities where the split soaker from Married with Children is 2 lanes away. They don't force a fight. And then late game, what really started, the end of that was just a Jaina step up into a choke point. Garrosh starts everything going in the wrong direction. Let's see if we can go ahead and grab one of our captains. Okay, Diesel. Pretty hard to get an interview if you're going to block us. I'm going to jump into lobby here. Let's see if we can go ahead and throw out a quick whisper. I have questions. After this game, we're going to be taking a short break. We'll get a little bit of a reconfig. It's the first part of my doubleheader. I will be moving into Division B West at the top of the hour. We'll have Divine 9 going up against Obscured. I mean, take a look at this game. 13 to 14 in terms of kills. Even though the damage is low, it was just a really good use of effective damage, if you will. Durotan's Couch was economical. Their Genji was able to get solo kills on the backline, particularly on Hans. He got one great kill on Hanzo, put good pressure on Alex. And the Twilight Dreams were good enough to always hit the Garrosh and really secure a lot of kills by negating his armor. But this slow, patient style from Married with Children has served them very well. Well played for Married with Children, though. Again, they have a style. They have a pool of heroes that they go to. Almost seems like they're daring teams to... Oh, I'm going to allow that message. Cheers, MMA Sniper. All right, so we're going to get one member in here from Married with Children. I certainly have a couple of questions. Remember, I saw these guys last season. They were a different team. I'm going to ask what's going on with the changes. Let's see. Where am I right now? I should be in the right lobby. We're going to get KB Mo. Our highly effective Nazeebo one trick. I want to say that's the 8th game he's played on Nazeebo. Obviously undefeated on that hero. He's done a fantastic job. Shout out to him. What with the Toad build there?
Hey.
And there he is. KB Mo, how are you?
You know what, dude? I'm pretty dang good. That felt good.
I bet it did. Okay. You guys are still not just undefeated, but unblemished on the season.
Yeah.
With a very different set of heroes.
Yeah.
You're bucking the trends here, man. What's going on? Are these heroes that you guys... I mean, a lot of them are throwbacks to just old style HOTS. Is this a veteran look, or is this something that you've just sort of found and works out for you guys?
You know, we've been talking to the guys at Blizzard, and we've got some inside scoops on who the real OPs are. No, it's mainly just... I mean, comfort's kind of obvious, but...
I mean, how could you not be comfortable on a Nazeebo?
Right.
Man?
Right. And to be real, like, we're Division C, you know, and not everyone, like, not all of us are like the highest echelon, if you will, of HOTS gaming. So it's like you can get away with some things. You know, I think that in Div C, like, comfort is more than meta.
I mean, if you guys keep it up, you're not going to be in Div C for that long.
I mean, you're probably right.
So just a quick question before I start my next line. Were you with these guys last season? I recognize quite.
I was not.
Okay,
I was not.
Last season, I do remember them as Pandolce and Div C East, so they definitely have NGS experience.
Yeah.
So the narrative in both of these games sort of ran that Durotan's Couch had multiple positions to make strong plays. They were able to capture objectives against you guys. They did good things in both games.
Yeah.
Having not seen you guys, you tend to let games push later. Is this sort of the script with you guys? Are you just saying, hey, we're going to play for the late game, and then we're going to get the fight that we want?
I mean, when we got Nazebo every game, you kind of gotta
Right?
go for that, don't you? No, but yeah, I think we're just not in a hurry. And in a lot of these maps, like BOE and Shrines, it's a good example that that first Immortal thing is not gonna end the world.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess if you get wiped along with it, maybe it will, but there's no rush. We're not we stay pretty level headed. We're not into big of a rush to do some really stupid crap to try and win an objective early.
Okay.
And we're very confident in our team fight. So we like to soak, get the XP, at least stay even, and just take it late.
Right on,
Get
man.
those big talents.
Right on. So, what's the schedule for the rest of the week for you guys? You have one more match left? Who are you guys playing?
Oh, tomorrow.
Ooh.
I don't think we've got a caster. So, if
I've
you're
got
free.
a game.
Ah,
Nice try though. Wednesday night.
try.
Wednesday is my night. I've had a bunch of hand banana games. I've been in Div C East quite a bit. I know I haven't gotten to you guys yet.
Those guys are pretty fun though.
I like
they
them.
were fun to play against.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
They play a good game for a new team. All right, so who do you guys play tomorrow?
What's that HC team?
You get
Han
House
Ches or
of Ches?
something?
Okay, so
Yeah, that one.
So this is going to be the toughest week of the year. You get the number 3 team in the division,
Yeah.
and then you get the number 2 team in the division.
Yeah.
Feeling confident.
But we're the number 1 team,
You damn right you are.
Oh, can we cuss? Like, give me one cuss.
Wow.
You goddamn right we
Yeah,
are,
that's fine.
Professor Bobo.
I think we're allowed to do that.
right,
Even though
sweet.
some of us act like children, a majority of us are adults.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right?
we're married with children,
How many of you guys are actually married with children?
I think 1 or 2.
I mean, you've got father of
not.
3. Is that just a name or?
No, I think that's legit.
All right, right on.
I don't know. I hear kids in his background mic sometimes.
All right.
That's why our games are so late. They got to go to
They
bed.
got to go to bed. I had that last season with a friend of mine. Yeah, definitely got to put everybody to sleep so he can go ahead and then hop on. All right, floor is yours. You had a lot of people in chat. Where are the shout outs going tonight?
So I got to throw some shout outs. I got some friends of mine
You do?
who I've been Twitch streaming. This is my last year in college and I'm graduating this weekend.
Congrats,
but
man.
I got some, but I also got not partner. What's the lesser one?
You got
I
affiliate?
got a sub button. I'm an affiliate. I got my
Alright.
sub button and they've been
Well, hold on here.
watching some of my.
Let's-
Oh,
No. What I was going to say is, if somebody's in chat right now, throw the link up. Where are you at?
It's
KB.
Oh, it's super simple.
Throw it in there, man. Get some extra follows.
And they don't do too much PC gaming, but they just support it. So I got to give shout outs to my boys, JJ and Sandy.
Right on,
Thanks,
man.
guys. And MMA Sniper, probably our biggest fan.
Yeah.
Is a sub of ours, but he's always around just cheering us on. Also got to thank Thrall. Without him, none of this would be possible.
Respect for the old
he's
school
our,
war chief.
he's our green Jesus. Yeah.
Right on, man. Oh, hey, I threw you guys a follow. If you guys in chat, give KB Mo a little bit of love. I mean, he's just about to graduate college, so I mean, he doesn't really have a future and probably a mountain of bills. So got to try to help him out, right?
And I gotta thank our boy Professor Bobo. He's getting the good casters. It just feels good.
Thank you.
I can't wait to go back and watch these VODs.
Oh no, I appreciate it, man.
Good.
Every game that I cast, everybody in NGS is awesome. It's all about you guys and giving you the
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
We got 110 teams, and it's seriously, it's awesome that just about every game is covered.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
All right, KB Mo.
I wasn't trying to detract from anyone, just hooking you up. You're the one and
Yeah,
only.
I gotta spread the love.
Yeah.
It's not all about
All right.
I mean, right now.
Today's your day though. This is your channel, so it is.
Yeah, I get Wednesdays. That's my fun time. All right, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey.
Listen, congrats,
Yeah.
congrats on the graduation.
Thank you.
Do I have some tips? No. You should have stayed in school. Why would you join the real world? You're crazy.
Tips.
All the best. I'm sure we'll see
Thank
Married
you.
with Children again later in the season. You guys are obviously well in position to claim Div C East.
Yeah.
And
Feels
again, if we'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are getting casted tomorrow night as well.
sounds good. Yeah, I don't think we have one yet. So if there's any casters or anyone,
Hey.
we like we're here for the people, we're here for the people.
Right on,
so.
man. All right, you go ahead and you have yourself a good night. All the best. KB Mo, Married with Children,
You too.
unblemished on the season still. All right. So Married with Children maintains the undefeated record. They'll be going up, however, against House of Shez tomorrow night. So they have a week in which they wind up playing the number 3 team and the number 2 team. Both of those teams actually did not have a loss yet. So they handed Durotan's Couch their first loss. They have the opportunity to do the same tomorrow night. All right, coming up next, Divine 9 versus Obscured. Divine 9, for those of us in NGS, will be familiar with Jason's team, an ever-present part of the community here. Obscured, a team that has rapidly moved up the standings. Last time I checked, they were up at 2nd off the string of a couple of victories. I will be back at 11. We got to take a little bit of time to reconfigure, get everybody, get all these teams set up. I got to go out and get a drink. It's been hot as you know what outside today. Summer arrived. And even though we'll throw up our little precast screen, I will see you guys soon. Thank you for stopping by. I have been your host, Professor Bobo. And like I said, I will be back at 11.